With Reverend Dr. Jason W. Morrison, theologist, New South Wales, Australia. I don't practice as a theologist anymore. The call went off my life, and I recognised that and decided that I wasn't going to stay in there. But I do have information that would help you if you're not overly familiar with ways in which life can do things to you. I want to talk about confrontation. One of the things about confrontation is it takes value. People don't confront things that they don't have any value for. That's the first thing I learned. People don't confront things that they don't have any value for. They'd rather just leave it sit and let it fester and cancer and basically just leave it to unresolved, which is like flour and water. Just without dry flour and water just turns into a big muck. You need more flour to mix flour to keep it off the surface, but unresolved has a way of wrecking all that and causing things to become what they shouldn't. And that's a problem. That's a big problem. That's where confrontation comes in. And a lot of people just will not confront the issue. Something that I was taught as a very young man when I worked at the abattoirs as a slaughterman. It wasn't very comfortable, it wasn't very nice, it was horrible actually. Look at this view. Goliath, that he'd possibly have to deal with his brothers, but when he hit Goliath and knocked him out, everybody scattered. They all scattered. They all legged it and ran, including the brothers. So David was left with 4 smooth stones in his pocket, but what he did then was run off and chopped off Goliath's head and took it back to Saul. I think he took, no, hang on, Saul, was Saul? Yeah, he took the head back. And that would have been heavy. Heads are heavy. I remember from being a slaughterman, the cow's heads, you could hardly hold them, they were that heavy. Oh gee, they're heavy. And I'm sure Goliath's head would have been pretty heavy as well. But I guess the point of it is, be prepared for more than what the trouble is. Recognize what the trouble is and be prepared for more than what the trouble is, because usually there'll be a ripple effect of some kind when you're dealing with things, and sometimes it's not always going to work out. My last partner was the sandwich. I said, "You're the meat in the sandwich, you poor thing." And she knew what I meant. She had me on the one side, her son's on the other side, and it just wasn't going to go well for her one way or the other. Resolve was going to put her off side with the sons and on side with me, and unresolved was going to put her off side with me and keep her on side with the sons. So that all come down to a matter of tolerance, which mine ran out of. I ran out of tolerance, and I had an oppression come on me which I couldn't take anymore, and ended the relationship. Very, very toxified. And the problem with it is, you can't lead somebody anywhere that's got their foot on both sides of the fence. You just can't suit other people's dysfunction. You want to be in a healthy environment, and when things go bad, are going bad, and there's no confrontation, you're asking for some kind of way in which it can be fixed, then somebody's going to lose, or both are going to lose. But you have to be strong. You have to hang on to those other 4 stones and keep moving forward. Chop Goliath's head off and recover and get better. And you can do it. Just keep moving, learn and keep moving. Dr. J.W. Morrison, theologist, out.